Nora, what do you make of this? I mean, we are there after every electoral cycle. We seem not to sufficiently address the uncertainties after every electoral cycle. Is this, in your view, one that will address our problems?
First, thank you, Ayub, for the opportunity once more. What's happening in Bomas is a political process. It's not an economic rejuvenation framework. And so to speak, we are back in what has been happening over time. These issues of dialogue did not start with President Ruto. All the past 3 presidents have had dialogue. For example, you remember in the Moi government, we had the cooperation government. In Kibaki government, we had the coalition. In Uhuru Kenyatta's government, we had the handshake, and now we have the bipartisan talks. And all these are just majorly political processes. And what we should ask ourselves, the pertinent questions are, why do we come back to talks after every cycle? Is it a problem and gaps within our constitution? And how do we define those gaps and be able to fill them? For example, our constitution stipulates that the president, of course, once elected, then kind of forms government and then stipulates what happens within his government. So I think this approach of winner takes it all is what is ailing all of us. And then now the whole population of people who did not vote for the president feel like they have been left out. So they come behind the person maybe who came second to kind of agitate for other issues. So in the long run, then we lose focus. Instead of coming together to build the nation economically and socially, instead now we concentrate on the political processes. So I think the bipartisan talks are a good thing, what is happening, but then it only takes care of our political system. It leaves out all other aspects of our economy, of our youth, of our women, of our education, and so many other sectors. So we kind of perpetually concentrate on politics, whereby once we finalize on one election cycle and we start campaigns and discussions on the next presidency or elections in the next year. Like right now, people have started campaigning on a very, very high gears. So what we can then be able to understand is that as a country, we have to find a different framework. And then you see also this issue of winner takes it all does not augur well with the people, because it doesn't bring about inclusivity. Because you have seen how the top leadership, very serious people in government, coming up with divisive and condescending statements about the country's ownership. Yet, as now the people who are leading the country, you're supposed now to lead everybody, the whole population of the country. So when we have these pronouncements being made by the top leadership, then it means that we have to go to the drawing board and look at our constitution and understand what is the role of specific people.